UFC superstar Jorge Gamebred Masvidal, dude. What's going on, baby?
What's up, everybody?
Alrighty, what up, everybody? Welcome into Man to Man Podcast. Today we're switching things up and talking man to woman. Please welcome on the show singer-songwriter, social media star Lauren Gray. We know you like the DJs.
I am okay.
$1.99 for a banana bag, bro.
Does this look like? Alrighty, Michael, check 1, 2. Is this thing working? Alrighty, listen, episode 162 with, hey, yo, quarterback, throw me the tutty. Diego Pavia, Vandy quarterback. Wow, what an episode. What an interview. Playmaker 'twas, that is I. We're the Man to Man Podcast. Welcome in if you are new. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to support the show. We've been around for a couple of years now, and yeah, maybe that leads into my next little point of convo here. Man to Man Podcast. Is it gone? Why are you guys not uploading content? It's been over a month and a half. Listen, dude, we're busy, man. We got 9 to 5s, dog. My job is 24/7, brother. However, I do work from home, and Liam is back into the office. He's more hands-on with his job. He's out. He said, I'm out, brother. Maybe see you at the top of the year, but I got to go. He works for the higher-ups at FedEx. So, yeah, that guy is slammed, super busy, working 24/7 as well. So, yeah, the pod's been crazy. We still got a team that's rocking butt for us. Is he rocking butt? Little Timmy, he is. So, you know what? I said, all right, let me hop on the pod. We just had a dope interview with Diego. He's a Nashville boy. We're Nashville guys. Couldn't get into Vanderbilt. Went to school at Tennessee. But yeah, we rocked an interview. Are we changing the name of the podcast? I don't know. Should I have my own show? I don't know. Twasn't around with Andy Elliott. Twasn't around with Playmaker Twas. I guess we'll put up a poll on IG and or TikTok and maybe see what the public thinks. It's been a minute, man. There's been a lot going on, and appreciate you guys staying with us and asking us what the hell is going on. We're trying to end the year strong. My job, I run socials for Marshawn Lynch's new football podcast, okay? We're on episode 12, about to drop here with Shannon Sharp. Last episode was with Barry Sanders. We've had Adrian Peterson on, Bo Jackson in a couple of weeks. And I've just been trying to launch this thing off the damn ground, brother. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Shorts, Twitter, Facebook, Reels. What are we doing, Twasington? I'm trying to get it off the ground. So that's my day job, man. I was fortunate enough to go meet Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. that boy Beast Mode, in person in Cincinnati last weekend. Or when was that? Last Thursday? Man, he is exactly who you think he is. The man. Sparking up a little blizzy, using a flame from a candle while on an interview with Shannon Sharp, one of the most popular personalities in sports media. He called me his little homie, his little player, but not in those exact words. I'll take it. I was getting some behind-the-scenes social content for that boy Beast and co-host. Can't forget about that boy Mike Robb, fullback for Beast Mode, when they won the championship in 2014. Should have ran the ball. Also, they could have had 2 right there. Pete Carroll, yeah, got real political. I guess he didn't want Beast to run it. That's neither here nor there. What else has been going on, man? Yeah, we're going to keep this thing going. I mean, we've got sponsors coming up here. I'll get into that in just a second. We've still got a group of interns that are, again, kicking little Timmy butt. And yeah, we've got more guests lined up. Diego Pavia was super dope. He's a Nashville cat. He's a graduate. He ain't got to go to classes at Vandy. Okay? So I walked into his crib. Griffin, my producer. Where's Griff at? I think he's at work too. Everybody leaving, dude. He'll be back at some point. He was kind enough to help out. We went into Diego's crib. He's got the boys rocking in there. Maybe a couple lady bros hanging. I said, what the hell is going on here? Did we rip in this pod or what? It was an awesome interview. You guys will really enjoy it. Diego Pavia, underdog story. Everyone loves an underdog, man. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'll just let you guys hear it. But it was maybe one of my best interviews that I've ever done. And we've had some good interviews, man. Riff Raff, Jorge Masvidal, Taylor Holder, Susie Evans, Bryce Vine, Bruce Buffer, Lauren Gray. Playmaker Twas, that is I. Yeah, this one may have done it. It's only 25 minutes long. Pay attention. Don't lose us. If you're new to the show, like, subscribe. That helps support us. It takes 2 seconds. We'll give you 2 seconds right here. Like, subscribe. And yeah, it's been crazy, man. But yeah, man, I'll tell you what, man. We're going to keep this thing alive. I've got a lot of stories to tell you guys, maybe in the next episode, about what the hell has been going on with me in the past month and a half. I've been in 3 states in the last 7 days. I was in Ohio, and dude, I don't know if I ever want to go back to Ohio. After we got done at the studio with Beast, I went to the casino. I had 2 billies on me. I said, let's go to the blackjack table, brother. Came out with, what was it, little Timmy? In Espanol, zero. Came out with 0. So, hey, you win some, you lose some. Is that what they say? I was in Indiana. I was in Valpo, Indiana. Last week, watching over the Grams. She lives with my aunt and cousins. Madre and I took a trip up there, watching over Grams, making sure she ain't falling, okay? Took a day trip to Chicago, Illinois. It was just going to be a day trip. Ended up staying the night at some lady bro's crib, okay? That's just what happens, okay? Now, that was a story in itself that, again, I'll probably get into later. Long story short, I just end up meeting people that went to Tennessee, and you don't really see that in Chicago. It's all Big Ten kids that are post-grad that live in the Midwest. Met some Tennessee folks. I said, hey, listen, we're on this pitcher of tequila right now. I got to drive home. I can't drink too much of this tequila, dude, okay? They said, hey, you're not driving back. You're staying with us. We trust you. Go Vols. And go Doors, of course. So it's been a hell of a ride, man. I don't want to keep chit-chatting too long. But yeah, man, Diego was a cool dude. He's got an underdog story again. He's got 2 games coming up, LSU, then Tennessee and Nashville. Looking to win a bowl game, looking to go to the league, or wait, is he? Maybe you guys have seen some things online about what he's fighting for right now. And yeah, let's get into this interview with Diego Pavia, Vanderbilt quarterback. We just kind of rip it, dude. There is no official introduction. I guess Diego Pavia hurdling on the Man to Man podcast. Appreciate you coming on, brother. Crazy game last weekend. Obviously tough loss, but I did want to ask you: was that your first hurdle in a game? Are you a hurdle guy, or are you like just sliding, or where did that come from?
No, I'm a hurdle guy for sure. There's a picture of me when I was young, probably like high school, sophomore year, where I hurdled this kid at Belen. And he was standing straight up too, so yeah. I'm a big hurdle guy.
Okay. So when you see like quarterbacks like Tua going down with their head first, you kind of stay away from that. You're like, I'm just gonna jump over the guy.
Yeah. No. So like I was taught, like, when you slide and stuff, you're kind of unprotected. You know what I mean? So you might as well just hit them harder than they hit you.
Yeah, love it, man. Well, dude, thank you for coming on. Griff and I are big Nashville guys, man. Grew up here. It's living in the city of cranes is what we like to call it now. Yeah. It's the new Nashville. You guys are bringing Vandy kind of back on the map, which I appreciate. Couldn't get into Vandy, went to UT. I hated Tennessee growing up, bro. So definitely just appreciate what you guys are doing, man. But just want to talk about the bye week. It's a late bye week.
Hell yeah.
Take me through a bye week in college football, and it's only Wednesday. So, I mean, what is it? What's the bye week look like thus far?
So it's obviously like I'm hurt right now, so it's a lot of recovery. We have some guys banged up. They give us the option, not the option, but they have a lot of guys sit out. So I'm sitting out till Thursday, and then we lift Friday. We have a special event. We're going to the UFC with John Jones, hometown hero. So we're going to check him out in New York. It's me, Eli's girlfriend, Fluff, Javi, basically my two brothers, and then we show my other brother, and then CJ Taylor is going too. So
you got the whole squad. Yeah, let's go.
There's going to be a yacht party before the event, so we're super excited to be in New York.
Yeah, I'm sure, because when I saw that you guys had a bye, I was like, it's pretty late in the season for you guys to have a bye, and you guys have been tough overtime losses, wins. Your record doesn't show how good you obviously are when you guys are on the field. So it's just like, I was always kind of curious of like, what is, I guess we'll go to the game from last week, the tough loss. Like, what is the message from Coach Lee in the locker room or whenever you guys go into campus?
Yeah, obviously it was a tough loss, our biggest loss this year. But South Carolina is a very good team.
Sneaky, they're sneaky, bro. They've beat Tennessee a couple times.
Yeah, they got some weapons, and then their D line is just insane. You see that kid, number 6, the true freshman. He's gonna get paid $1 to $1.5 million next year as a true sophomore. Would be probably the number 1 pick coming out of the draft. But
yeah, he's a dog, bro.
Yeah. No, he's really good. But yeah, the message was just like get back on our feet. We got 2 of our biggest games of our lifetime coming up, and then we got a bowl game that we punched the ticket against Auburn. So we're really excited about that. But LSU's an atmosphere that everyone should go in there and enjoy, and take full advantage of what we got.
That time is still to be determined.
Right.
I saw that. So, but hey, they lost at nighttime, so
right.
Anything can happen. I was always curious, man. We see your personality on the field. You got this dog mentality, kind of like a Johnny Manziel or a Baker Mayfield.
I appreciate that
type thing. Wondering if you're like the vocal guy that gets into those locker rooms along with the coach and is like, hey guys, stay focused. It's all good. It was a fluke game. Are you kind of that guy, or do you kind of sit back a little bit and let somebody else kind of facilitate that tone?
It just depends. If the right guy's talking, I let him talk. I'm more of a guy that likes to check temperatures. You know what I mean? Like, are you really bad or are you really not? If you're not, like, stay away from me. I don't want to hear negativity. I don't want to hear if someone's better than you or things like that. Like, I just want to hear that we can do it. You know what I mean? That's what I surround myself with. I just want to be the best, though.
Yeah, totally. And it feels like you guys like have a couple of those dudes in the locker room.
Yeah,
that are like kind of with it.
No, we got guys who are, I wouldn't say thugs, but like have that hood mentality. You know what I mean? I just go out there and just do it.
Totally. I'm curious where you get that dog mentality at, because the headlines are always, it's an underdog story, and we'll get into it in a sec, but it's kind of more than that. Like, where does that come from? Where did you get that from? Who do you model your game after? You know what I'm saying? Where do you get that fight in you? Because we see it on the field, the interviews, and everything else. But yeah, where do you get that from?
It's really just like I'm a wrestler at heart. You know what I mean? And so I feel like it's built up from that. And then people have doubted me my whole life. So I feel like just being a part of the, that dog is just, people have doubted me, and I'm going to show you that I'm going to do it at all costs.
Speaking of wrestling, you're a 3-time athlete, or 3-sport athlete,
right.
Wrestling state champion, right?
Yep.
Okay, dope. Football and then track. So which one is your first sport that you ever played? And if it is football, you got to tell us about the story when you kind of lied about your age, Pee-wee football and all that,
So my first sport is wrestling. I wrestled when I was 3 years old. Okay. All my older brothers did it, so I was just surrounded by it, and it's like the sport that you could do with the youngest. I got into wrestling, and then my mom put me in soccer for like a year. I didn't like it. There was something about it, but it helped me with my footwork. And then the only time I ever ran track was my senior year of high school. I walked in the track with a football, and I was like, hey, I'm not here to run in tournaments. Just get me faster. You know what I mean? And they thought I was a joke, so I stopped showing up, and
of course, yeah. Like, I'm too good for this. I'm good. I'll stick with football.
Yeah. So I just started doing my own stuff, doing my own workouts. But yeah, that's how it really started.
Griff had a question for you. A ball and chain. I don't know the move.
Yeah.
But have you put a guy in a ball and chain before?
I put a few guys in the ball and chain. That one's a pinner for sure.
Yeah. What is the story about the Pee Wee football? Because I got to hear. I heard it on Stephen.
Oh, yeah.
I got to get that story.
So my brothers play, football, and I just like loved it. Like they would be, and there's like pep rallies Friday before the game. The game's on Saturday, so there's pep rallies on Fridays. And every like one of the brothers would go, and some of the guys would be playing, and I would just go out there and it was like the funnest thing ever. And I was just 5 years old, and I told my mom like, "Hey, I want to play with my brothers. Like, I want to play." And she's like, "You can't till you're 7." And then she was like, "There might be a way." So she took me in there, like not 100% knowing that I was gonna be able to play. But she signed me up on the Rio Grande Ravens, and I was 6. I was just about to turn 6. So I turned 6, and like a few weeks later it was the sign up thing. So she signed me up, lied about it on my birth. She made like a fake birth certificate.
Did you ball out like the first year? What's good?
Balled out. Crazy. The coach's son was the quarterback. So they put me at running back, and it was just like kids that young couldn't throw. So they would just give me the ball, and I would just go berserk. But I have a few highlights of like me going pretty crazy that my mom sent me.
You got a huddle tape from like the Ravens?
No, not a huddle tape, but just.
That's dope, bro. Yeah, just looking into your background a little bit. Senior year, played football 11-0.
Yeah.
And then, after school, you've got a couple of D2 offers, but then you decide to go take this JUCO route. I think when a lot of people hear that, they're like, well, he took the JUCO route because he can probably find more playing time. And I don't know if that's your answer or not, rather than just try to go play at a D2 school or something like that. But then you kind of had to work your way into that starting position too at JUCO, right? So I guess why do you continue to pursue football? And then what was that, decision to go that route, JUCO route?
Yeah, so I had a few interests for wrestling, and I didn't want to my heart wasn't in wrestling. My mom was really the one who wanted it for me. And I was like, I'm going to go JUCO. I was behind like 2 guys before the first game, and that week they decided, we're going to start Diego. Nice. And so they started me, and it was crazy because I was just like an athlete on the team, and they would just, after we scored, I had kickoff the next, so I'm running down on kickoff to go make the tackle. So it was just, that was one of like my JUCO stories that was pretty crazy. But anything happens at JUCO, you guys know that. Yeah. And then after that, we had a good season that year. The next year, every year I've went to a bowl game this far. Yeah. And so the next year we went to the national championship, got offered. We won the national championship 31 to like 10 or something. Then I got offered New Mexico State, and then now came here, and the rest is history.
I've got the stat right here: 2,386 combined yards, 28 tutties that season. Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
That was the JUCO year.
Yeah, it's what. Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, it says New Mexico Military Institute. That season, Diego had 2,386 combined yards, 28 tutties. Is that correct or no?
Yeah.
Okay, he's like, damn, I didn't know I did that.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. A lot.
So now I guess I'm curious. Yeah, like after that game, does you get more offers? Is that how it kind of went? And New Mexico State's like, you know what? Well, yeah, we'll for sure take he's a dog.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know they kept stats in JUCO. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess that's what it is. I'm doing my research over here, brother.
No, that's awesome. But no, after, so the crazy thing was they offered so we were about to play in the national championship. They gave us a week off, and then we played in the Natty. So that week off, we took a trip up. Coach Kill just took the job at New Mexico State, and they're looking for players. Our running back was the best running back in the country. He went to Florida State. He was like a top 10 recruit. Anthony Grant went to Florida State, and then after Florida State, he went to Independence JUCO. Got kicked, or he went to Garden City, got kicked out there, came here to Nimi, and he was like like you gave this kid the ball, it was like, oh my God, no answer. And in the semifinals game, he went off for 398 yards, 5 touchdowns, and like and that was just rushing yards, 398 rushing yards, 5 touchdowns rushing. Just went berserk. They wanted him to go down to New Mexico State to offer him, and they're like, hey, well, we got a package deal. Kind of just threw my name out there. So we went down there. They offered me a blue shirt. Basically, I wasn't going to be on scholarship that semester, but the next one I would be. But they offered our kid, our Anthony Grant, a lot. And then we come back to play the Natty, and on Thursday they offered the kid that we're about to play, the other quarterback. So I'm like, oh shit, like I gotta outplay this guy. We ended up beating him 31-10. 2 days later, 2 days, 2 days later, Coach Kill calls me and he's like, hey, we're gonna offer you. We'll see you in 2 weeks. You have to make the decision like quick.
And you didn't even think about it.
Yeah, well, it was I had to take it.
And look what happened. I mean, the next 2 seasons, you own Auburn in a bowl game.
Yep.
And then you win. Yeah, it was named MVP for that bowl win in 2022. So now, before transferring, the question that I have here is, did you ever lose that swagger kind of after that, 11-0 season, high school, even at JUCO, and then you're going here, and then you're like, nah, I got it back now? Like, was there a moment where you're like, I'm good, I know who the fuck I am?
Yeah.
I knew who I was.
Yeah, I've never lost my swag at all. Like, I don't know, I feel like it comes with my jokes and what I do. I'm really just a chill guy. I like all bullshit all day, and then when it comes Saturday, it's just like turn on the helmet, get in a different mode, and so that's who I am.
Can't count yourself out. And then I guess Vandy transfers. That story's pretty cool, right?
Right.
Because I guess what was the head coach? What's his name? Jerry Kill.
Yeah.
I guess he was leaving New Mexico State, and you were thinking about transferring to Nevada.
Right.
Does he give you a call, and he's like, "Why are you going to Nevada?"
So he retires. So at New Mexico, we all get on a Zoom call. I remember I was at Volcano Vista watching my little cousin wrestle, and we're there, and he Coach Kill gets on a Zoom with all of us, the whole team, and he's like, "Hey, I'm retiring." I shit you not, like when Coach Kill retires, I print out the transfer portal paper, get in the transfer portal that day. And it was like 4 o'clock. This happened within an hour. Got in the transfer portal. All these teams hit me up. And then my best option was Nevada. Coach Choate was like, remind me of Coach Kill. And he told my mom, like, I'm gonna give Diego leeway. He could basically do whatever he wants, and we're gonna have his back and just be there for him. And I was like, man, like that's someone who I want to be with. He really has my back. And so I commit that day. I committed to Nevada. I remember it was snowing. I saw the pictures. The pictures were dope. Had a great time. And then he was telling me that, like, we're going to be the craziest football story of, and you go see what they're doing. Like they're doing really, really good. And so that happens, and I get back to my room, and my mom is like, I don't know, like, call Coach Kill. And Coach Kill's retired at the time. I give him a call, and he's in Mexico for like 3 weeks just drinking margaritas. And he's like, hey, I was on a boat. I'm sorry I didn't get your call. So Vanderbilt called me. I'm going to be the head coach of the offense, chief of staff. I don't know what the hell they're giving me, but I'm going to be the head coach of the offense. I've been telling all these coaches I'm going to Vanderbilt. I'll see you there. And I was like, shit, what? He took a chance on me. I'm a ride or die for this guy. And so it was a no-brainer once he went.
That's such a cool story. And then that same time, I don't know if I'm lining this up right or not, but Coach Prime, are you talking to Coach Prime for a sec?
Yeah, so that was my first year at a JUCO when he was at Jackson State. Gotcha. That was my first year. Actually, yeah, that was my second year. You're right. That was my second year when I was going to go to New Mexico State, though. That was when I went to New Mexico State instead of Jackson State. But he told me straight up, too, like, hey, my son's going to be the quarterback. Are you looking to be a backup, basically? Yeah. So I was like, nah.
And then you bring a teammate, right, to Vandy. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we get over here. My roommates are Eli and Jamani. And Jamani comes, and then we have a few guys. So Blaze is here. So the first one who got here was Blaze, And then in the summer, we all circled back. Eli wanted to stay at New Mexico State. And I was telling him, like, that ain't the best for you. Like, just get in the portal, come visit, you know. Mm-hmm. And he didn't want to. Then he was like, yeah, the situation's bad. He got in the portal, and then now he's here going off.
Yeah, you guys let's go to Nashville. I've always wanted that too, and I'm like, why does Vanderbilt not have a better team? Like, where are the dogs that want to live in Nashville?
They're in New Mexico.
Bring them here, dude. You know what I'm saying? So transferring to Vandy, start out 2-0, weird couple of overtime losses, great battle against Texas, man. Obviously, first ever program win against Alabama. SEC, like, what is the big adjustment between, you know, the past conferences that you've been in and the SEC?
I would just say the SEC is more physical than anything. Yeah. You got to go in 100% to every game, and if you're not 100%, like, you have a chance of getting your ass kicked. Mm-hmm. And then you have to be mentally prepared for everyone, and you know, just the SEC ain't no joke. If you don't show up, like, it'll show.
Yeah, are a lot of SEC guys big shit talkers?
I would, yeah, 100%.
Are you shit talking a little bit?
Not during the game. Okay. That's just like I'll tell people good job and stuff, but I ain't gonna give no,
like, a sarcastic good job. Like, you didn't get me good job.
It matters, but like, you know, there's a lot of guys who like to talk shit, but I just don't talk back. I don't give them that extra edge. But it just makes me play better when they talk shit. Yeah. So
love it, man. Love it. Okay, so the win against Alabama.
Yeah.
252 yards, 16-20 for 22 passing tutties, 57 yards on the ground. Vandy 0-60 against AP top 5 teams. Again, I'm a huge Vandy fan. I've been waiting for this day to happen all my life. The question is, did your girlfriend break up with you before the game? What the fuck happened, dude?
Crazy story is I broke up with my girlfriend before the season.
No way.
And told her, like, hey, like,
I'm about to go beat Alabama. How's he watching you on TV?
Yeah. And she texted me after that game too, and I just didn't respond.
No way, dude. No way. My God. Come on, bro. I knew there was something with it. Bro. Oh shit, that's too funny. And then more realistic question, what is the message going into Alabama week after they had that crazy game against Georgia?
It was like everyone knew. So we were coming off a bye.
Oh, you guys have already had a bye.
Yeah. Okay, so you get two. This is the second bye. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, we were coming off a bye, and we were just needed to get healthy again and just be us. I think that's like I said, that's the biggest thing in the SEC is just staying healthy. But we knew they were going to be beat up, and then we knew that they're going to be on top of the world. You know, it's winning and losing are motherfuckers, to be honest. You can either go in the dirt or you can get too high. And, you know, they performed offensively. They put, I don't know, I forgot the score was, like 40-35?
40-35, yeah.
So we just came to play, and that's just came out with the dub.
Yeah, I played ball in high school, and it's like when you're up against a big team at half, this is my next question, like, how do you keep that composure, especially against Bama? What are you guys saying at halftime? Are you thinking, holy shit, or like, nah, this is who we are. We're coming out even stronger second half.
Yeah. We knew like who we are. But like back then we were like, we don't give a fuck what anybody says about it. Everyone's gonna say we're gonna get slaughtered, this, that, and they gotta see us. You know what I mean? So that's how it is till the end of the day.
Yeah. We're just gonna go back out there and do exactly what we just did. Exactly what we just did. Goal for the end of the season, obviously you want to win out LSU, Tennessee, bowl game, and then are we looking to go into the draft?
Yeah, so obviously we want to win out. I know that Tennessee game is big for everyone, you know, the state of Tennessee, yeah, and I got a few. I remember coming to this town, and it was like I'm here at Vanderbilt, and all I see is orange hats and Bama fans and orange T-shirts, and I'm like, what the like? I go to Vanderbilt, I don't see nothing Vanderbilt.
Where's the light and gold?
Like where is it? And then, you know, season picks around and we start winning. Now the black and gold comes out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So just seeing that is awesome too. But yeah, after after the bowl game, I got to get prepared. I want to go to the NFL and just show that I can play at every single level, and I'm a winner. At the end of the day, you go look, I'm a winner. Yeah. You know what I mean? It don't matter where you put me, I'm going to win football games.
I was going to say, like, Titans need a quarterback, dude.
Right.
You know?
That's all I'm saying. I'd love to stay at my house and freaking buy this house and just we'll win football games wherever they draft me.
The question I didn't ask, after that Bama game, did you go out with the people that went downtown with the goalposts?
I didn't meet them downtown, but we got back and we had a fun time at Barstool, and it was we have a saying from that. It was section so big they thought it was general admission.
That's hard too. Come on, bro. That's hard as fuck. What's your favorite bar in Nashville?
Barstool, for sure. Yeah, that's. I don't think I've been to like one other bar, and it's friends in low places or something like that. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Cool, dude. Cool deal. We're definitely rooting for you, man. We've got a couple of fun ones, if that's cool. We've got a tier list. This is shout out Griff. Best places to take a scenic piss. And then I've got a couple options here. You'll just go A, B, C, or D. We'll just kind of go down the line next to a waterfall. A, B, C, or D.
Wait, what do you mean A, B, C, or D?
You got to rank them. So next to a waterfall, is that how we're doing it?
Like what's the best place to like take a piss? You know.
Okay, next to a waterfall.
He knows where this is going, right?
I know where this is going. I'd put that one C.
All right, we'll skip down here in the ocean.
B.
In the shower.
A.
And then on the Lobos logo at the University Stadium.
Above all of them.
My guy, bro.
Anything else, man?
Still hate the Lobos.
That's so funny, man. I didn't even got the article. I was like, that's hilarious. That's like and you are a Baker Mayfield guy, aren't you? Because that's something that he did.
Yeah. Big.
The flag or whatever.
I don't think anyone's ever like pissed on like
different pole.
Yeah.
Different pole on the field for sure.
Diego Pavia, thanks for hopping on the pod, dude. Advice for student athletes in the transfer portal. I know it's kind of like a thing you've been through. So any advice for these student athletes?
Shoot, find a real coach. Like at the end of the day, it's not the program. It's the coach you're playing for, no matter what the emblem is on the helmet. Find the coach that's willing to buy into you and just trust in you. And at the end of the day, if you really want to play in the league, it ain't about the money right now in college. Like, to be honest with you, I'm not even top 10 highest paid on our football team. They're just being straight up. Like, find the guy who's going to believe in you, like someone like Coach Kill, Coach Beck, and ride with them.
Well, dude, huge fan. Love what you're doing and putting Nashville on the map and Vandy on the map when it's much needed, especially with basketball kind of being iffy too. So thanks for hopping on the pod, man. Yeah, we'll be rooting for you.
I appreciate that. Hell yeah. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
All right.
That was solid.
Thank you.